Hi everyone and welcome to my videos. I absolutely love to craft and create, and in these videos I just want to show you some of my tips, techniques, my processes and how I do things, and I hope you can gain some inspiration along the way. Something I've been enjoying in my spare time over the last few evenings and weekends is a lovely paint by numbers. You can actually see it slightly here behind me. I am absolutely thrilled with how mine's turned out, and so today I'm going to show you my tips and tricks and techniques, and I'll show you a time lapse right at the end as well, so stay tuned to see how it turns out. What I love about paint by numbers is there's no real preparation. All you have to do to begin with is add your little numbers to the paint pots. Simple as that. Then whenever you're ready to craft and create, it's all there for you in your little box, and you just can take it out and start working straight away. And then it's so easy to just pop the lids back on your paints and just save it again for another day. I recommend to take a quick photo of the unpainted canvas as a reference point if you need it at a later date. I have the customised paint by numbers here, so you just send in your photograph and they turn it into your painting for you. How fantastic is that? And it's even more worthwhile doing because you're doing something completely personal to you. You could do a wedding gift, a special gift for a special birthday, anything like that, and it's such a pleasure to create, and I'm sure you will love it. When I opened the box and saw the kit and saw the acrylic paints, I really thought there weren't many paints there. There wasn't a lot of acrylic paint, but actually once you get using them you realise there really is plenty. So it's a really resourceful way of doing a painting as well, because when I do a normal acrylic painting I use far more paint than this. So it's a really nice therapeutic process of just painting in those little details and taking your time over all the little bits. The process you follow is entirely up to you. I thought I'd probably be quite methodical and go from the centre and out and do each section bit by bit, but I did end up doing quite a scattered approach, and I decided I wanted to do a lot of the background before I filled in the face, so that I got that wow factor at the end and I really saw the picture come through right at the end. I just recommend that you do several of one colour at a time so that you're not washing the brush constantly. And also, if you have a pure white, I would leave that closer to the end as well, otherwise you won't be able to see your lines and see where you've gone. But you can choose to go section by section, or you can do it number by number, and you really decide. This kit comes with the really fine paintbrushes and this slightly bigger one for the bigger sections. You can paint your canvas nice and flat, smoothing out the acrylic paint if you wish, or as I like to do, I like to leave a little texture in there, so I don't mind if I have some thicker sections and I see the acrylic paint raising in sections. I really like that in a painting, so that's what I do, so it's entirely up to you. Both ways are perfectly fine and correct. The acrylic paint with this kit is really pigmented, really luxurious and thick and nice and creamy, and I really recommend not watering it down. Use it straight from the pot and you get a much better result. And I actually found that the really tiny sections, they're the bits I enjoyed doing the most. The really tiny little detailed sections. Because normally I work quite organically when painting and I really throw the paint about quite a bit. So it was a really nice change to just get really detailed and really get lost into the painting while I was painting. Good lighting is also really important when you're doing this kind of painting. I find daylight works really well, otherwise just make sure you're in a well lit room. You do want to make sure that you paint over the lines as well, so one side of the paint does need to paint over the lines, otherwise you'll be left with the lines in there and we don't want to see the lines at the end of the painting. As with all painting and crafts like this, if you're right-handed, start on the left and move towards the right, and vice versa, so that you don't smudge the paint with your hand. Here I'm painting over the line where the two different white paints meet. I found that this paint went over the numbers really well, and I only had to go over some of the numbers in the white sections. So I got really good coverage with these paints. After every sitting of painting I did, I just propped my painting up in the corner and just let it dry, ready for the next time. As I said earlier, no mess or no fuss in between. I regularly turn my canvas around so that I can get to the section that I need to paint without straining my hand. While you're painting, have 1 or 2 pots of clean water handy, and I always keep an old cloth with me just to dry off the water. You can get paint by number kits which are framed and unframed. As you can see, this is a framed one and it's much easier to work on, and also once you've finished it's ready to go on the wall. You're just ready and you pop it up on the wall without having to get it framed, so that's always my preference. I am really enjoying myself with this project, and this kit is from Crafties, and I'll link that in the description below if you're interested. From Crafties I also managed to get a discount code for you, so you can find that in the description below as well. The most important thing with this though is to really enjoy it. Enjoy the process and give yourself some art therapy. Now that I've finished my project, I've got lots of the little paints left over, so definitely don't throw these away, use them in another craft project. And I'm sure I'll use mine for some of my air dry clay projects too. And so here are the results of my customised paint by numbers. What do you think? Please comment below and let me know.